Hey guys.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
So there's this transgender athlete who's just kicked the butts of the ladies in some division, the NCAA swimming championship. I don't know what that means.
That's like the World Cup for female swimmers.
Yeah.
In the US.
Yeah. So it's Lia Thomas, and as I'm telling you, women are mad.
At least finally, guys, finally. And the weird thing is that okay, we are going to tackle the transgender issue as far as we can.
Yeah.
And as far as this is concerned, swimming. Yeah, you can see the guy right there. He's got the man's shoulders.
Yeah, this is a nigga through and through.
That's a guy.
You see the nose?
Yep. And from last year, he was competing in men's swimming, and he was ranked number 200 and something. Was it 400?
Oh, when he was with the niggas.
When he was with the niggas, he's number 400.
He was 400 and something.
They will tell
us. But when he got to the ladies' side,
he's number one.
He's the number.
Yeah, he's number one. And he's trying to tell us that it's normal. And even you could see the guy hasn't transitioned. He hasn't removed.
Oh, no! I think
still has his dick.
I think the only thing is done probably. To qualify for these things, you have to show that you're a real woman now. So the thing that they do is you don't even have to put on fake boobs, but there is a qualification that you need to adhere to. You have to have estrogen, I think, injections. So that if you have a certain amount, 2 years,
they say 2 years or a couple of months.
For a certain, so there's a certain level that of estrogen that needs to be in your system for you to be classified
number
as
462.
462 as a male. But now is number one.
He's number one. But the biggest problem that I saw that people had with this is even though he is taking this estrogen, he's still going through puberty as a man.
No, that's the whole point.
And that's it.
I mean, it doesn't mean
that's where the difference comes in.
Yeah.
All right. But now the problem, and this is actually a problem that was pointed out by this Kardashian who changed his name because he's completely against this. Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, he is completely against this because he understands, number one, if you are going to say biology only happens, gender happens up here, then you need to step away from sports that only look at your biology. Because sports, what matters the most in sports is what does your body look like? What what is your composition?
The sex,
yes,
and the performance,
and the performance
because of that sex.
Yes,
yeah.
And he was actually saying that if you want to do this, all right, if you want to transition into a woman, that's fine. But if you've gone through puberty as a man, then there's no way in hell you can stand there and say that the competition is still the same.
No.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. Happen. And here's where we are at. The LGBTQIA plus now is up to where pedophiles are saying that their pedophilia is a matter of genetics and predisposition before they were born. In essence, they're saying nilizaliwa hivyo nikipenda watoi. And they are demanding the same kind of recognition, acceptance that everyone else is getting. It started with the lesbians and the gays, then essentially the homosexuals. It became the ones who want to be fluid. It became to the ones who want to take any pronoun. There's even one about bugs, insects.
Dude,
I just added bug to my list of pronouns, so here's a very quick tutorial on how to use bugs pronouns in sentences. I think Bug said that Bug wanted to go to the store by Bug's self, so I'm gonna head out after that, and then maybe we'll get to hang out another time. I love hanging out with Moth. Bug is a super cool friend, and I'm so glad that Bug hangs out with me.
There are bug pronouns, and there are others who have others that say, I am called a they, he, God. Because
there will be no end to
because they walk up and
there will be no end.
That's the thing.
Yes.
That's the thing about liberalism. If I can do whatever I want, as long as this person says, hey, I haven't hurt you, have I come and hit you, have I stolen? You must accept it. And so in a country that has accepted all this shit, who are they to say no to the pedophiles?
Where's the line?
No,
who draws the line?
And that's exactly the point, because the pedophiles are going to say, who are you to draw the line on us? When you are on the outs, everyone accepted you, we supported you. It's time for you to support us. You're being bigoted yourselves when you don't support us. You see what it is? And it is that precisely for that reason that these people can now come to sports and say, hey, as long as I change my gender and I am now a man, who the hell cares whether I transition before puberty or afterwards? Okay? As long as I'm now a woman, I should be allowed to compete in the same sport.
And you know that I was listening to Jordan Peterson, and he was talking about what happens, the precursor to any fall, any great civilization falling.
Yeah.
And the first thing he said was moral relativism.
It's true.
Yeah, he said when people start this
moving, it's essentially moving the line, saying
this
was
gender,
the standard. This was the standard
gender,
on gender or anything.
Yes.
But now you are free to have that standard, but I'm free to have a standard that's here. Another person comes and say, well, that's your standard, but mine is lower.
What that means is, number one, the end of truth
is gone.
There's no truth anymore.
And that is why
truth also becomes relative.
That is why you hear people say, speak your truth. There is no
that
thing.
Shit is toxic as fuck. Because if we are going to look at the truth as per your lived experience, that means we have no facts anymore.
Yeah, there are no facts.
There are no facts.
I can come and say, okay, I can be accused for murder by you. But I say, well, my truth is that I moved him from this physical plane to a spiritual plane that is better. And that's my truth. All right? And there's nothing, as long as I can argue
it even has nothing to do with equality or
nothing.
Nothing.
Because
what we are doing here, we have decided that no matter what people feel, we will actualize it by passing it to be fact.
Yeah,
I feel like this. Okay, your feelings are valid, and what you just said is a fact now.
Yeah,
and we will make sure we change everyone else to adhere to how you feel. These people count for less than 1%. I'm not trying to minimize who they are, but I'm just trying to say this. If what you think is right can only be purported by less than 0.005 or less than even that of the population
on the earth,
don't you think it's ludicrous to say that what you want, being that small percentage, should shake up half the population sports just for you guys to feel okay?
Yep.
You're not even competing fairly. You're not. Let's be honest here. You are not competing fairly. If you were, you wouldn't be number 462 when you're competing with men, and then be number one when you're competing with women.
Yeah.
And the fact that people around, like you're saying, all these people around here are like, yeah, this makes sense. This makes it. That is the biggest problem there.
Yeah.
The biggest problem is not this guy competing with women.
The people have allowed this.
The people going saying, yo, this is a fact.
Yeah.
Gender is a fact, and if he feels like a woman, he is a woman.
And you cannot stop him, and you should not discriminate him. Yeah.
That mentality that we can employ the law when we feel like, and when we don't feel like, we cancel it out.
Yeah.
That's how societies go to shit. Because everyone will come up with their own situation.
Yeah.
And they did it for Will. Why can't they do it for me when I beat my mom to death because she's being annoying?
And the guy who beats his mom to death can get away with it because there is precedent now for that. This is what you did in the other case. It can apply to me, and there should be no one who comes between me and whatever end or conclusion that I desire.
Why can't I make a speech and then cry, and then people will go like...
Yep.
Because I have come to realize by nigga, if you were mocked the most, especially on social media, you can get away with so much.
Yeah, true.
Number one, I don't know if you read this story. There's this social media influencer, some guy, who ran over a mom and a daughter while he was racing his car. Very handsome young man, very handsome. Yeah. Do you know what the Nini became about? When he was sentenced to 26 years in jail? people went on TikTok saying it is very unfair for someone that hot to go to prison for that long. And then guess what else? This nigga actually became a bigger celebrity for killing a woman and her child. And people even began making a petition and signing. And most of these were women.
Of course.
Signing a petition for this nigga's sentence to be reduced. All because
he was hot.
He is hot. He makes us feel a certain kind of way.
He tingles your vagina.
And this is what we want. And because we can come together on social media, you'll have to do it. Does that make sense, people?
So guys, always trying to say is you should see the warning signs. Societies are going to crumble, and these things are coming to our country.
Yep.
They're already
here even.
And it is up to the people to stand up as one and say yes to common sense, no to this kind of foolishness. You can decide to be who you want to be, but at the end of the day, the logical conclusion of this path is exactly what we're seeing here with Lia Thomas, aka whatever the hell his name was before he became this. A person who has no consideration for anything that is sacred.
He's just selfish.
And this guy is just selfish.
He's just being selfish.
There's nothing else. Because
he's not fighting for anything.
If I couldn't beat 405 niggas,
462,
461 niggas I couldn't beat. But if I cross over to the other side, I can beat a bunch of women.
And mark you, there's a scholarship on the line, and there's a girl who missed out on that scholarship because this nigga took that position. There's a girl who missed out on it.
Yeah.
A girl who had been training her entire life.
Yeah.
Dedicated herself to swimming.
Yeah.
And then some nigga just lateral move. Yeah. Like that.
Just from this line to this one.
And then the weirdest thing, we have ladies calling themselves feminists.
Who are saying,
this is okay.
Don't hate on transport. I believe women
you've lost the plot, man. But hey, that's it. Right. Let's hear what you gotta say. Like and subscribe. Peace out.